Come on. Come help me. Yeah. Come on. There you go. Let's tear down. Hey folks, welcome back. Wanted to do a quick video, a little update on a video I posted a while back. I'll throw a card up there in the corner, one of these corners. Anyway, it was about this 94 F-250 I've got, one of my work trucks. And to back up a little bit, this is the abridged version of the entire problem. Under light acceleration, like easing around through town, or once you got up to speed and you were just trying to maintain a speed, this thing, it would spit, sputter, just, it would act crazy. And so the first thing I did, because it was doing it primarily whenever you would shift into overdrive, it would just spit and sputter and buck. So the first thing I did was new plugs, wires, cap, rotor button. And that did nothing to help it. Then the video I made, I changed the EGR valve, or didn't change it. I blocked it off, plugged it down here. Truck had headers on it when I bought it. These are notorious for the manifolds cracking, and that's how you get away from that problem. So, we did the ignition tune-up, and it didn't help. All right. So, scan codes had a code for a vehicle speed sensor, and in that video, whenever I scanned the codes, I was mistaken whenever I saw the vehicle speed sensor code come up, and I said, oh, that's got to do with analog brakes. Well, it might, but that actually helps or tells the transmission when and how to shift, because this is a 94, it's got an E4OD, and this is all stuff that I learned recently in diagnosing this truck right here. All right, ignition tune up. Then I went to throttle position sensor, no change. Map sensor, idle air control, O2 sensor, coolant sensor, or not coolant, temperature sensor. Let me rephrase. Vehicle speed sensor. It's got a new fuel filter on it. I mean, I did the works and nothing changed the problem. So I was still just looking, reading, researching. The truck we weren't really needing it at the time. I wasn't planning on, still not planning on getting rid of it, but just trying to figure out what was causing this problem, because nothing changed it. And that was when I ran across a forum. I don't even remember where I found it, but the whole point in making this video is to tell you that if you're having that same problem that I was having, and I struggled to find information on this, if you're having a light throttle issue, oh yeah, pause, I put a brand new distributor in it and retimed it as well, because I thought, hey, maybe the distributor is worn in it. 223,000 miles is possible. That did nothing. But I digress. Making this because my problem wound up being, got to call my dog back up over. My problem wound up being right here. That would be the vehicle's computer, or as Ford lovingly refers to it, the EEC, electronic engine control. This one is a variation type 4, so it's a EEC-4. I ran across some information where I learned there are 3 little capacitors on that board, and over time they give up the ghost. They'll let a little bit of oil out of them, and you start having different problems. One guy, the problem he was having, not in my case, but the problem he was having, it would, when he would turn his key forward, instead of the electronic fuel pumps just priming and stopping before he went to crank it, they would run continually. There are some different variations. Mine happened to be where it was a light acceleration problem. So the point of the entire video is, if you are struggling with that, by all means, don't just throw parts at it. I didn't just throw parts at it. I tried to, you know, methodically work my way through it. I talked to 3 different mechanics that I trust around here, and each one recommended a little something different, a little testing. I reached out to Stephen Cox. He gave me some pointers and some directions to look, and all of which was great advice, and it's led me to the point where I'm at now, to be able to tell you that's what my problem was. So if you're struggling, don't ignore all the other stuff. You know, don't go straight to the computer and say that's what it's got to be. But if you've been through all the headache that I went through, that very possibly could be your problem. So I want to throw it out there. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch up with y'all on the next one. See you around.